Andrew messaged me a little over a year ago. He started messaging me and saying, hey man, I want to come on your podcast. He wasn't that famous, and this is before. He's the most famous person in the world last August. This is like the previous September to that August. He and I start messaging on social media, on Instagram. We go back and forth. I remember messaging, Dan Bilzerian asked me to come over and play paintball at his house one day, Bilzerian's house. And so I go to his house. Before I go over there, I'm like, hey man, I was just wondering, have you heard of Andrew Tate? And he had never heard of Andrew Tate at this point. And I was like, yeah, he's doing this thing. They run like a cam house in Romania, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, that's really interesting, whatever. But he had no idea who he was. And then Andrew would ask me about Bilzerian. We would go back and forth and we would have these conversations. Then Andrew and Dan became connected without me. Like they just became connected on their own. They met on Instagram. Then Andrew told me, he's like, I'm not coming to the States. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm just, for whatever reason, I don't know why. He's like, I'm not coming to the US. I was like, okay, cool. And then he said, I can't come, but I have a buddy named Justin Waller, who's one of my business partners. Can you interview him? So I interviewed Justin. Me and Justin become really good friends.